Now, some news that boxing fans really didn't want to hear. Tyson Fury has no interest in an undisputed world heavyweight title clash with Oleksandr Usyk either this year or next. Fury is preparing to face the former UFC heavyweight champion Francis Ngannou, who has no professional record in boxing. And Fury now appears more interested in facing fighters from MMA.
When I come back into boxing, I said I wanted to make as much money as possible. That's what I said to my lawyer. I didn't come back this time for belts or titles or anything. I come back to secure my family and their kids and their grandkids, and I've done it. I've done it.
This is the reason why this fight in particular
is the reason. The reason why I'm even boxing anymore when they come back. One, to regain the belts, which I've done, and two, more than that, is to get the biggest bags possible.
So you're fighting strictly for money.
Yep.
There's going to be contenders out there who are fighting for love, desire,
exactly.
all that.
And I have no interest in fighting those guys.
Because
I'm bigger than all of them. I'm a superstar, they're nobodies. And yeah, I'm happy and they're not. I have everything that they want. And there's nothing they can do about it.
What's your opinion?
Apart from get in line, get yourself mandatory by 10 organisations, fight eliminator after eliminator for no money, like I did. And take 10 years getting there, and then when you get there, and you've been the lineal champion for the longest ever, then come back to me and preach.
When we look to the future, what's next for Tyson Fury?
Well, I might have a rematch with him in a cage, because I think I can beat him in a cage at MMA.
Really?
Yep. And I think I'd like to fight John Jones as well.
Back to back? Would you do that in 2024?
Mm-hmm.
I remember speaking to your old mate Darren Till about this, and he said he genuinely thought 6 months hardcore training MMA, you could compete with the very, very best.
I know I can. I don't think it. I know it. I know I can beat Francis Ngannou in an MMA fight. 100%. What's he going to beat me with? He's not a good wrestler. He's not a good jiu-jitsu man. He's known for his striking, knocking people out. And I'm known for my striking. Unfortunately for him, I'm better at it.
What needs to happen then to make those fights happen? Get out of this fight.
I need to get a big bag offered.
Yeah.
And that's what it is.
Have you got close to actually doing this in reality before? Or? I know there's been talks with Dana White.
No, I've been in talks with the UFC before to do a fight with John Jones. This was before this Ngannou thing happened. But yeah, it's gonna take an awful big bag. And yeah, you come into the cash cow, so prepare to have a big checkbook if you want that fight to happen.
In 2024, that's your priority, not unifying the heavyweight division?
As of now, as we sit here now, I'm concentrating on Francis Ngannou. I'm concentrating on the biggest fight the world has ever seen. Crossover, two biggest fighters in their profound sports. And I'm expecting an absolutely fantastic thing. But as we sit here today, I'm only interested in one thing, getting Ngannou fought and beat, collecting my money and going all the way to the bank, clickety-clank.
What's your opinion of Francis Ngannou? You spent a small amount of time with him. I'm sure you're aware of his story. What's your opinion?
I think he's a big, ugly, useless bosser. That's what I think of him. He's a big bodybuilding bum. When I get him in there, I'm going to knock him out. He can't beat me. He's in too good a shape to beat me. He's too many muscles and he's too ripped and he's in fantastic shape. That sort of a man can never beat a fat man, ever. Because when it goes into the drag, and it will go into the drag, he will not outlast me because he's muscular and ripped and in awesome shape and I'm fat. And 10 times out of 10, the man with the best body gasses. Because I don't have any muscle at all, I'm just fat. And fat doesn't take oxygenating, where muscles do. And that's a fact. And if there's any doctors or professors or scientists out there that can prove me wrong, please do it. 34-0, 15 years later. Never been in good shape, always been fat, and never lost a fight. And knocked out many, many, many six-packs.
Do you look at him, his style, and think that's a style that could easily be adapted to boxing, or?
I see him as the same kind of thing as like my last mandatory Dillian White or Derek Chisora, my last fight, or any of those guys, really. I see him at that level.
Could he beat some of those guys? Do you think he could beat some of your previous opponents?
I think it's possible that anyone in heavyweight boxing can beat anybody else. As we've seen time and time again, styles make fights, and you know, on any given night, all those guys can beat each other. But the one person they can never beat is me.
How surreal is it going to be on fight night when you look over to the corner and you see the man who you were named after training your opponent?
I think it's sad, actually. that the men I'm named after, a legend, has to go against me for one, and then come out as a loser for two, having lost when he fought the man he was named after. I think it's sad. And I think he should be in my corner, not the losing corner. But, you know, business is business, and I understand it's strictly business. And no matter what he teaches this fella, no matter how much boxing training he does or whatever, everyone's got a plan until they get punched in the face. And I'm not sure who said that, but I know that's true. They've all got plans until they get smacked in the mouth.
You've got a good relationship, I thought, with Mike. We've seen you
Clearly
in the
not
past.
anymore.
What's gone wrong?
Don't know. Must have said something to offend him.
Have you spoken to him since he confirmed that he was working with Francis?
No, I haven't spoke to him, but it must be that I've outdone him. Longer reigning champion than he was, so yeah, maybe he's upset about that. I don't know.
What would you say to him if you come across him on fight week?
I'm going to say anything to him.
Just move it on.
Business is business. No, there's no friends in the industry. I'm not sure who said that either. I think it was Drake.
You know your boxing history very well.
Very well. Heavyweights especially. Although I did get a question wrong today, so yeah.
Well, it's not, I'm not going to give you a quiz, but would this be the biggest upset in heavyweight boxing history if Francis was to win?
I think so. I think so, yeah. Would be. And it's not like it's a foregone conclusion. The man's a beast. He has to train down and diet himself down to 265 pounds. So yeah, listen, if he puts me out of my misery, I'll congratulate him. Fair play. And if he doesn't, then we roll on.
When you visualise it, how does he actually come out? What does he look like when he's boxing? Because we've never seen it before.
Never seen it before either. We'll find out on the 28th. That's the intriguing part, and that's why people are going to tune in to see the what if, the unknown.